Okay, guys, I just got out of seeing 28 Years Later, and here's my out-of-theater reaction. No spoilers. Wow. This movie has made me pretty speechless. I'm trying to figure out what to say. Wow. Okay, let's start with this. I think this is the weakest of the three, but it's the most ambitious. So if you're wanting ambition out of your 28 years or days movies, then this is the movie for you. And I enjoyed this movie. It's not a bad movie by any means, but wow, it's effed up. This is a type of movie where it's a great movie to discuss in a film school setting. What are the themes? What are the motifs? What are the allegories? Because there's a lot to unpack here. Like the other movies, there's themes about morality, there's themes about society, family, love, death, the inevitability of it all. And there's a couple other things here too, which again, maybe some explained videos will do a better job at, explaining it than I will. What I found interesting was that there were a lot of cutaways to older British films where there's kings and queens and medieval times and bow and arrows. And I feel like maybe it's just talking about how England is now back in the dark ages because of everything that's been going on. England is now quarantined from the rest of the world, which, no, a little bit of a spoiler for 28 Weeks Later. Doesn't that kind of change the ending of that movie? But we'll see. But here you see how the zombies have evolved. You see how human beings have evolved to live in these circumstances. And, oh man, you do see some pretty dark stuff. I think a good way to describe this movie is just the 28 franchise unhinged, completely unhinged. Which I think makes it a bit more interesting than the other two movies, but I don't think it makes it the most rewatchable. And I'd say that's why the reason, that I'm ranking it as the worst. It always sounds bad when you put it, oh, this is the worst out of the three. It's still a really good movie. I was really surprised, and I don't want to say surprised, but I was really happy to see just how beautiful the film looked. It was very chilling, very haunting. There's a couple of jump scares, but I mean, you can kind of see those coming. There was one moment where they really tried to give Mulholland Drive a run for their money. If you guys have seen Mulholland Drive, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. But this is a movie where the horror elements come from just the atmosphere and the look and the tone and the feeling of the movie as opposed to just, cheap thrills. There are definitely some thrilling moments in this movie, but this movie, it's not as exciting or as fast-paced as the other two films. This one is more psychological, which again, it just depends on what you're into. But yeah, I think this movie has to marinate a little bit with me because again, it is a lot to unpack and there's some really disturbing imagery. So if that's what you're into, then check this movie out. I think if you like the other movies though, you'll like this one too.